Do you remember that time where you wanted to buy that expensive sweater or that cute outfit or anything you wanted to buy, but you couldn't afford it because you didn't have enough saved for it? The big money mistake you may be doing right now is not saving money. And as crazy as that sounds, the majority of people in their 20s save no money because they think they can do it in the future. And right now, they just want to party and have fun. I completely understand that you want to have fun in your 20s or in your 30s because this is applicable to anybody, even in your 40s, but it's important to save anything. Literally $1 a month, $5 a month, anything. Because saving money is not something you do when you have a big income. It's not something you do when you have another job. It's something that you grow. You have a savings muscle, and if you don't use that muscle, it will never grow. It will atrophy. It doesn't have to be 10% of your income. It doesn't have to be a certain percentage. It has to be something. In the future, you'll save more. If you can save more now, go for it. But if you're saving nothing and you keep putting that off and saying, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow is very far away and tomorrow is always not today. So make sure that you save anything, because when you start making a lot of money and you have been saving $5, it's very easy to say, oh, I want to save $500 now. But if you've been saving $0, it's very hard for you to think now, I want to save money, because you don't have that muscle. Just like exercising in the gym, if you're lifting weights, you can't go to 50 pounds when you just start exercising. You have to do 5 pounds. You have to do 10 pounds. You can't do something large if you're not used to doing something that's smaller and more manageable. This doesn't mean that you can't just start saving, but it takes time because habits build around the money that you don't save. So if you are saving $5 a month, and let's say you only make $1,000 a month, that means that you're spending $995 every single month. You will spend that money. And if you double your income, you'll probably double the spending amount, but hopefully you'll also double the savings amount as well. But if you're saving nothing, you're just gonna keep spending, and you might even get into debt. Another thing to be aware of, especially if you're in your early 20s, I'm in my 20s, I'm in my late 20s, is compound interest. You have to save a lot less to have a huge amount of money in your retirement than if you start saving when you're 30. If you save $100 a month when you're 20, you'll have so much more money than if you start saving when you are 30. If you're 20 years old and you invest $100 a month until the age of 65 at an approximate 8% rate every single year, you will have $480,000 by the time you retire. You've only contributed $54,000 and you have $426,000 in investments. But if you do the same thing and you start investing $100 a month at 30, you will only have $214,000 when you retire. That is less than half. At 30, to catch up, you would have to actually invest $224 a month starting at 30 until you retire at 65 with an 8% rate to reach $479,000. But if you started when you were 20, because of compound interest, you'd only have to invest $100. Even better, if you were to take that $224 and invest it in your 20s, you would have over $1 million by the time that you retire for just investing $224 a month. That may seem crazy if you're in your 20s to think, I don't have $200. And I'm not telling you to invest $200 every single month, but I'm telling you to save and invest something. It has to be something. So by the time you have a salary, by the time you're making lots of money, that you can say, oh my gosh, I can save so much more. So instead of saving $224 in your 30s, maybe you'll save $500 a month or $1,000 a month, and then you can have millions by the time you retire by just investing properly and having compound growth work on your side. No matter how much you make, you have enough to save a little bit every single month, because you will be so happy. Your future self will thank you for saving something and creating that delayed gratification for not buying something that you really want in the moment. And this is not taught to a lot of people in their early 20s or when you're a teenager. This can be applicable to any age age. If you're making money or if you have any kind of money coming in, an allowance, no matter how much money you're bringing in, you have to build the savings muscle. You will be so happy if you think just a minute about where you'll be in the future by just saving a little bit right now. And sometimes we're selfish and we want to spend all the money we have because we're young and we want to do what we want and we don't want to think about the future. But when you're in the future, you'll regret that you did that, and you are the same person when you're 20 and when you're 30. It's still you. So you need to take care of yourself and make sure you start saving. Like I said, don't save 10%, don't save 20% of your income. Save something. If you can do 20 and 30%, you'll be in an amazing place in the future financially if you can invest a lot of money in your 20s. But it doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be something. Whether it's $1 a week, $5 a week, $5 a month. Do something, and then when you get your first job or you're making more money, prioritize saving. Put that in your budget. Another thing that's really important is to work backwards. If you want to have millions of dollars when you retire, then you have to pull up an investment calculator, type in all the numbers, and then see how much you need to save per month to reach the goal that you have. Also, you can type in how much you're going to save or how much you want to save to see how much that will be in the future. That's something you can do to motivate yourself to save a bit more and to invest. Another thing is make sure that when you're saving, you also save an emergency fund, because it's really important to have some extra money on the side in case there's an unexpected expense or your car breaks down or something happens that you need to fix that you did not expect. An emergency fund is really important no matter what age you are. When it comes to taking that money and investing it, it's really important to educate yourself. I'm not going to go into what I think you should invest in, but make sure you're aware of what your risk tolerance is and look up things that would work best for you, because you need to be educated. Even if you can afford a financial advisor, you need to be educated in what you invest in and not just trust somebody blindly. It's important to know where your money is going and to understand what you're investing in. Something else I want to mention is having savings, having investments makes you feel more financially stable. You will feel better knowing that there is money somewhere for you if there's an emergency, if you need to take it out, and for your future. If you're not making too much right now, make sure when you get a new job not to fall prey to lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation, and you do not start buying more things and spending way more money than you need to just because you're making more money. Be very mindful and thoughtful about what you purchase and think about your future when you do anything when it comes to finances. There is nothing wrong with budgeting and buying things that you want, but it's very important to first prioritize the things that matter the most, which is your financial future, because there will be a point one day where you will not be able to work or make more money, and you need to rely on the savings that you've created throughout all the time that you have worked in the past. But make sure you have fun too. Buy some things you like. Buy some pretty flowers. I like flowers. My husband buys me flowers all the time because they make me happy. Could I take that money and invest it? Sure. But we're already investing enough that we're comfortable with, so we can buy things like that. You might hate flowers, so you might not want to buy flowers, but make sure that you prioritize saving and then spending on things that matter to you. There was a point financially where we could not afford to buy flowers, but now we can, because we're reaching all of our savings goals. So get to the point where you can start buying things that you enjoy, but also be disciplined. Make sure you don't buy everything you want, unless of course you can afford it, and save for your future, because your future matters and nobody cares about your future more than you do. I would love to know in the comments if you're someone that saves a lot of money and you're happy with how you're saving, or if you're hoping to save more. And also, if you're interested in more financial content, please subscribe. I really hope this video will make you save something if you're not someone that saves. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It's never too late to start saving, and you can start today. Don't delay for the future. You need to start saving now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye. I already said bye, so I bet you didn't expect me, but I love these flowers so much. I had to show you. They smell amazing. They are from a florist, and they are the most beautiful smelling roses. I am obsessed. Did you know that grocery store roses, fun fact, are actually bred to last longer? So the scent oils are gone when they breed them, so they don't smell as nice. So these won't last as long, but they smell amazing. I love them so much, and it's one of my priorities. If you don't like roses, don't buy roses. If you don't like flowers, don't buy flowers. Prioritize things that matter to you.